Hey there friends, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to do some pin trading around the different Walt Disney World resorts. Now I am so excited for this because now we can do this long form here on YouTube. Normally when we do this, we're doing it on TikTok, and I can only get about 4 resorts in. So today is going to be a lot of fun. I've got my bag full of pins, my heart full of hope. Let's do this. Our first resort is going to be Disney's Saratoga Springs, but before we head over there, here is a look at the pins that I will be trading today. And also I'm going to show you how to resort hop just a little bit. I've done a full video on how to use the Disney buses, monorails, boats before, and this one is just going to be like a little recap for you all, so that way I can help you live your best life while pin trading around the resorts. Now we are going to take the walking path over to Saratoga Springs, which is on the other side of Disney Springs. We're currently by the Orange Garage. The walking path is by Days of Christmas, the World of Disney. I'll show you. It's very easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Like, it's super easy. Now I do need to make a quick little pit stop into the World of Disney to pick up a box of munchlings for a video on TikTok. Hopefully that video will be out by the time this is up, but if not, it'll be out soon, but I'm sure it'll be up. And here are the munchlings. Now the reason why I want to grab these is because they are running a deal right now on munchlings for $10. They used to be $17.99, and you can use your annual pass discount on these, which brings it to like $8 for a box of munchlings, which is phenomenal. Now this is going to be my third time opening up one of these munchlings. Here's a look at the different ones that you can get. I am desperately on the hunt for the Mickey Mouse onion ring. I already have Pluto, who is a little ramen bowl, and I have the Jack Skellington chocolate covered pretzel. So hopefully Mickey is in here, and if you want to see how this turns out, head over to my TikTok channel or my TikTok page or my Instagram page, because I'm going to post it on both. Okay, and we have secured the munchling. It came out to $8.52, and for a munchling, that is incredible. Now if you want to see how this turns out and which munchling we got, head over to my TikTok or Instagram and give a follow. That video should be up now. Okay, now let's head to Disney's Saratoga Springs. Now if you want to take the walking path over to Saratoga Springs, you can find that right by Once Upon a Toy, this sandwich shop right here, the pin trading store, and you're just going to follow this path up here. You're going to see like a security guard, and then you're going to make a left. So you're going to look for like the ride sharing sign. So there is the ride sharing sign, and then you're just going to follow this path all the way to Saratoga Springs. Also, you can access this little pathway by the Rainforest Cafe and Days of Christmas. So that's like another entrance and exit. And then you're going to make it to this bridge here, the Sasagula Steamboat Company. This is where you can take the boat over to Old Key West, the French Quarter. Now we are going to take this today because we're going to go to the French Quarter and check out their pin boards, but we're going to keep following this path. And it's going to have signage everywhere. It's very, very easy, I promise you. Now I am going to be very honest with you. It is a bit of a hike to get to Saratoga Springs. So if walking is not your vibe, then I recommend taking the bus. I am from New York City, so I love to walk. I'm true to this, not new to this. I'm very used to walking. I'll walk anywhere on Walt Disney World property, but I do like the walk over because you do get to see the actual like resort and check out a little bit of the rooms and stuff, and people do decorate their balconies during the holidays, so it's really fun. And then you also get a view of Disney Springs, so it's definitely worth the walk. Now you're going to keep following this path all the way, and you're going to want to get to the main area where the lobby is, the pool, all of those amenities. So you gotta hike, but I promise you it is so worth it, and the resort pin boards tend to be better than what's offered inside the parks. So I am a stan for resort hopping pin trading. Now it is pretty windy right now, so hopefully my microphone is doing the job of muffling out the wind. And also in the prior video where we were at Animal Kingdom for Dapper Day, I told you guys to give me feedback on the camera quality, the audio, and you sure did, which I so appreciate. I love getting feedback. I love constructive criticism, and someone told me, hey, like your audio could be a little bit better. Here are the settings that you need to use in order to make sure your audio is nice, clean, and crisp. And I took your advice. I did a little test. It sounded a lot better. So in the prior video, it was only playing from one side. So if you had headphones on, the audio was only coming from the left one, and it was because I was shooting in stereo instead of mono, and now I fixed it, so hopefully it's better. I could probably still work with the settings. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm so used to using the iPhone and the little adapter microphone, and it doesn't really have any settings. It's just point and shoot. So I'm getting used to this, but hopefully I'm getting better, and in a couple months we'll be pros. I'll be making movies. We are very close to the main area here of Saratoga Springs, But before we head there, we actually have a pin board here at the community hall. So let's go check it out. All right, and we have our first pin board, and check it out, a pixie plush pin. See, this is why resort hopping pin trading is the best. And actually, there's two. There is Mushu and Mochi from Big Hero 6. So we're actually gonna take both of those, even though I have them, but they're good to have because I can use those to pin trade with the people out front of Spaceship Earth. So let's grab those, and then I'm gonna put down, you know what, let's bless the pin board and put down these two Star Wars pins. All right, and we did our first pin trade of the day. We made it out with two Pixie plush pins. This is such a win. Again, I can use these pins to trade with the pin traders out front of Spaceship Earth, and everyone is currently on the hunt for Pixie plush. Here we are at the main area of Saratoga Springs. This is the artist palette, which is the food court, and this also connects to the gift shop and the front desk lobby area. And there's three pin boards here. So one at the gift shop, one at the DVC counter, and another at the front desk. So let's go take a look. Here is the little gift shop area, and the pin board is usually at the register. You just gotta ask for it. All right, and here's a look at the pin board in the gift shop. Oh, a Pandora pin, that's pretty cool. We also have this Vader pin, which I kind of like that. So I think I'm gonna take that, and I am going to trade for, let's do another Star Wars pin. We'll do this one here. And we made it out with this really cool Vader pin. Now, I don't think this is a real legit Disney pin, but I don't really care. I like Star Wars, I wanted it, and I'm very happy with my choice. Okay, and the next one is at the DVC counter. And here's a look at the pin board. So they didn't have anything on the pin board for me, and now we're gonna go to our final pin board, which is at the front desk. Okay, and here is a look at the pin board at the front desk. Oh my God, Bernard from the Rescuers. That's a good one. Definitely a fake, but he's super cute. I'm gonna pass on him, and then other than that, there's nothing here for me. And we are making it out of Saratoga Springs with three very awesome pins, two Pixie plush and a Star Wars pin. I consider that a win. Now we're gonna head to our next resort, and that is going to be Port Orleans, Riverside, and the French Quarter. So we're gonna take this walking path all the way back towards Disney Springs and jump on the boat. Now, if you wanted to go to a different resort, you totally can. You can use the Disney buses, but keep in mind, you cannot go from one resort to another on a Disney bus. You have to go to a park, and then from the park, you have to make a transfer. Or you can go to Disney Springs and transfer from there as well. You can never take a bus from one resort to another. The only thing you can do is if you are at the Skyliner, you can take the Skyliner from one resort to another. And if you're by Epcot, you can do the Friendship boat from one resort to another. But you can never take a Disney bus from one resort to another. So keep that in mind while you are doing your pin trading around the resorts. And also, this is very time consuming. It's an all day activity. It takes about maybe 4 to 5 hours to do all of your pin trading if you're gonna do around 6 resorts, because you are waiting for buses, because you are waiting for transportation, because you are walking. So it is time consuming, but it's definitely worth it, especially if you have a free day here at Walt Disney World. Even if you're not doing pin trading, just go check out the resorts. They're so beautiful. I think Disney kind of wants you to do that, because if you go and check out the resort, you might potentially stay there one day. So I highly recommend resort hopping. I bring my family all the time resort hopping. They love it so much. The kids even love it. They love to see the different gift shops and the different themed resorts. It's all worth it. But now let's head to Disney's French Quarter and Riverside. We made it all the way back towards Disney Springs, and those are the boats that we're gonna catch. And we're gonna catch it right here on this dock. Now, I did just miss my boat, but it's okay. I believe they come every 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't have to wait too long. Now, Disney makes it very easy for you to get around. Like I mentioned, they have signage everywhere. So to your right is where Disney's Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter are going to go. And then on your left is going to be Old Key West. So we're gonna go to our right, and we're gonna look for the purple or yellow flag. Now, it doesn't matter which one we jump on because they do connect the resorts. It's just a little bit of a walk between them. But again, I don't mind walking. So let's jump on this boat and head to our next resort. Also, if you need help getting around, there are cast members everywhere that will be willing and ready to help you if you need it. So don't worry, there's tons of help all around. There's tons of signage everywhere. Disney is fantastic when it comes to getting very easy, a very relaxing ride. Oh, it's so nice out today too. It's not sunny. There's a bit of an overcast, so the wind is lovely. Perfect weather for pin trading. Now, I have never had the pleasure of staying at French Quarter or Riverside. It is on my bucket list of resorts that I just want to stay at so bad. So in the comments, if you have stayed here, How was your experience? Because I want to stay here. Now, I don't need all the bells and whistles of the Grand Floridian. I just love theming, and I hear that the rooms are very well themed. So if you stayed here, let me know in the comments. Here we are in the main area of the French Quarter. Now, just like every other resort, pin boards are pretty much going to be the same. So there's one at the gift shop, one at the front desk. There should be one at the DVC, and sometimes they do have pin trading cast members in the food court. So we're going to check all locations. We made it into the lobby. Now, if you're going to do resort hopping, do it during Christmas, because look at this. And each resort does decorate for the holidays. This is my first time coming to this resort around Christmas time, so I've never seen their decorations, and it is very festive, merry, and bright. Me gusta. So we're going to go ahead and start with the pin board at the front desk. And here's a look at the pin board, and it is Louis from Princess and the Frog. The pins are on his belly. That is fantastic. Here's a look at what they have. And then they also have a pin board as well. Now, the next pin board can be found in Jackson Square, the gift shop. Okay, and here's a look at our next pin board. Oh, Judy Hopps. We love Judy Hopps. I do have that pin already. Other than that, nothing here for me. All right, so let's keep moving. Now, here we are in the food court, and let's ask around for pins. So we are all done with the French Quarter portion. They had no pin trading cast members in the food court area. So now let's take this walking path all the way to Riverside. You're just going to follow this dark brown road. I was going to try to make a Wicked Wizard of Oz reference, but it just wasn't working for me. But yeah, you're just going to follow this all the way. Now, that's what I love about this resort, is that you're technically getting 2 for 1, because you do have French Quarter and Riverside, and both areas have pin boards at the front desk, gift shop. Sometimes the food court does have it, but I know for a fact that Riverside has a pin board at the DVC counter as well. So this resort should be at the top of your list for resort pin trading, because you get a lot of boards in one area. Now, here's a helpful little tip for you. Just follow this river all the way to the next resort and just stay on the path, and it'll lead you right to Riverside. Now, again, if walking is not your vibe and you can't do it, you can also take that same boat over to Riverside. So if you can't walk, just take the boat again. All right, we made it all the way over to Riverside. How beautiful is this? Look how gorgeous this is. And you can also take the boat back to Disney Springs from here. So keep that in mind. You can go back to your starting point from here if you're starting at Disney Springs. But now, onto the pin boards. We actually have one over here at the Riverside Bicycles for Hire. So let's go take a look at the pin board. All right, and here's a look at the pin board. All right, nothing here for me, but thank you so much. Nothing on the pin board for me, but the cast member was super cool. She liked my Judy Hopps. Oh, Judy, fix your headband. She's Princess Leia. I thought that was super cute. This was sent to me by a friend who watches my TikTok videos. But I also showed her my bag of Judy pins, which is impressive. Now let's head inside the main area of Riverside. We're gonna check the pin board at the front desk, the DVC counter, and the gift shop. Oh, and is there a food court? Yes, there's a food court, and they might have one, so we'll see. We made it into the lobby, and oh Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Wow, stunning. So I already walked past the DVC counter, and they didn't have a pin board today, but they do have one at the front desk. But wow, it is gorgeous in here, my gosh. And here's a look at the pin board at the front desk. Oh, we got a Darth Vader egg, that one's pretty cool. I think I do have that. We have another Star Wars one there. Pascal. Okay, so there was nothing on the pin board for me, but shout out to the cast member. She was very fascinated by my Judy pins. She was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know they did that many Judy Hopps pins. Now, our next pin board can be found at Fulton General Store, which is the gift shop for Riverside. Towards the back is where you can find the pin board. Okay, and here is a look at the pin board. Okay, oh, a lot of pins. And then we also have a mystery box. So I picked just one number?
No, you take 2 numbers.
Okay.
Behind the number, you could either trade or leave behind.
Okay.
Other resorts have you take what's behind.
Oh, okay, so I
don't do that.
Okay, perfect. So I'll do 13.
Taylor Swift.
Yep, and then 22 for Taylor Swift. Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie, so.
Oh, perfection.
That's good.
Oh, okay. So you know what? I would like to bless the board. So I'm going to actually take both, if that's okay.
Yes.
And then I'll put down 2 of my resort pins or my cruise line pins.
Okay, good.
All right, so we are all done with French Quarter and Riverside. Now I ended up doing a pin trade. Now normally would I go for these pins? No, but whenever I do a mystery or a trivia one, I do like to bless the pin board because I like to have the good pin karma, and I decided to take these. So now we're gonna jump on a Disney bus and we're gonna head towards the Magic Kingdom and tackle the resorts that sit along the monorail. Now the bus is like right outside there. There's signage everywhere. It's super easy. And again, you could only take a bus from a resort to a park and then transfer to another resort. But in my case, I'm taking it towards the front of the Magic Kingdom and then I'm jumping on the monorail. So it's super easy. There's our bus. We only have to wait about like 2 or 3 minutes. Being super fast. So we made it to the Magic Kingdom, just jumped off of the bus. Now I'm gonna go directly to the monorail because it is raining and this camera is brand new and very, very expensive. So we cannot get it wet. So I will see you guys when we make it to the Contemporary Resort. So the rain has passed and I decided instead of taking the monorail, I'm gonna do the walking path over to the Contemporary because I could use the exercise and I like to walk, as I mentioned. Walking path is very easy. There's the entrance to the Magic Kingdom and then you're just gonna follow this path all the way and you're gonna go through, you're not gonna go through security, but you're gonna pass the security. You have to go through that security to get back this way. But from the Contemporary Resort, we'll just jump on the monorail over to the Polynesian. So pin trading around the Magic Kingdom is super easy because you can just take the monorail all around. It makes it very, very easy. We made it to the Contemporary Resort. Now we're gonna start on the ground level and check out the pin board in the lobby. There's also a pin board in the gift shop, BVG, and then I believe there's a pin board at the food court area, Contempo Cafe. If not, there's probably a pin board at the DVC counter. So we'll check all of those places, and then from here, we're gonna jump back on the monorail and head to the Polynesian. All right, here we are in the lobby of the Contemporary Resort, and we're gonna go to the front desk and ask for the pin board. All right, and here's a look at the pin board in the front desk. Now we're gonna head upstairs and check out the other pin boards. We are actually headed to the 4th floor where you can find Chef Mickey's, the monorail, the arcade, because that's where our pin boards are gonna be. Here's a look at the pin board at the DVC counter. So the pin board was a bit of a wash for me, but now we're gonna head into BVG and check out the pin board if they have a pin board. This is the second time I've done this. I keep confusing this place with Fantasia, the gift shop in the center of like the 4th floor. They don't have a pin board in here. I did this last time. There's only a pin board at the market and Fantasia. So let's go there now. Oh, Kevin, what is wrong with you? All right, and here's a look at the pin board in Fantasia. Man, I'm seeing a lot of Marvel pins out and about. Looks like people are going to Character Warehouse picking up pins. We love that. All right, nothing here for me. Now we're gonna head to our next pin board, which is the market. But if you recall, a couple videos ago, we were doing resort hopping and I went to, I believe, Boardwalk or Beach Club, one of the two. And the cast member at the DVC was a pin trader and he was telling me his story about how he can only pin trade when he's at work. Well, I just ran into him again at the DVC counter. He showed me all of his pins and I had the final Muppet pin that he needed for his collection, and to get my good pin karma, I gave it to him, didn't take anything in return. I hope this cast member finds this video because I'm excited to see your journey of pin trading. Hopefully I run into you again, but he's having like a ball doing it. Like he gets to man the boards, but also gets to like trade with his own stuff. So it's really fun to see cast members really into the pin trading. I love that. Here we are at the market. We're gonna head inside and check out the pin board. It's right behind the register. All right, here's a look at the pin board in market, and right away my eye is drawn right to this Tinkerbell pin who's really cute, and it looks like it's a cast member pin. It has the hidden Mickey, so I think I'm gonna take that and we will put down, I know you guys want me to get rid of this, but I just can't bring my, you know what, we gotta get rid of this. So I decided to grab the Tinkerbell pin and we are all done with the Contemporary Resort. So let's jump back on the monorail, or on the monorail because we haven't been on yet. We're gonna jump on the monorail and head to Disney's Polynesian Resort. We have amazing timing. Here's our ride. We made it onto the monorail. Let's head to the Polynesian. Disney's Polynesian Resort, and our first pin board here is going to be at Moana Mercantile. And here's a look at the pin board in Moana Mercantile. Now they do have a pin board here at the Disney Vacation Club. Here's a look at the pins. So I ended up snatching up the Wolf Zootopia Police Badge pin. Now I do have these pins, but again, this would be great for trading out front in Spaceship Earth. Our next stop is going to be the Boutique. And here's a look at the pin board, and boom! I need this, the 2025 pin. Oh my gosh, this is such a win. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna swap it out for the 2024. Ding, 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 my friends. Here is the 2025 Simba pin. So I now have Donald, Stitch, and Simba. Now we're gonna head to our final resort, and that is going to be the Grand Floridian. Whew, today was a day. I am tired of Grand Floridian. It smells like gingerbread and good credit up in here. Unfortunately, they did not have a pin board at M Mouse Mercantile. Totally fine. We're gonna go to the front desk and see if they have one. And here's a look at the pin board at the front desk, and I don't see anything that I need or want, actually. I mean, they have a Tiana shoe pin, which is pretty cool. Natalie Nunn pin, Maleficent's chin, Natalie Nunn, Batty Batty Shot O'Clock. Alrighty, nothing here for me. We got one more stop, and that is going to be the DVC counter. It's going to be towards the back by the dining restaurant that they have here at the Grand Floridian. The name escapes me right now, but it is towards the back. And the restaurant is 1900 Park Fair. How could I forget the character dining here at the Grand Floridian? All right, and here's a look at the pin board, our final pin board of the day. All right, nothing here for me, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. And that is going to do it for our time at pin trading around the different resorts. We made it out with some pretty awesome pins. I hope you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe. Now you can follow me on every single social media platform out there at WDW_Kevin. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.